Hi, everyone. We'll wait 2 more minutes for everyone else to join. Okay, so we should probably start with a bit of background on you, Diana, and the history behind Bankata, and then we can start with the pitch, followed by a Q&A at the end. I think you're muted.
Yeah, super, sorry.
Great. We can hear you now. We can go ahead, Diana?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's hear it. A bit more about you guys.
So I'm Diana Seredenciuc, Periano, the co-founder of and the CEO of Bankata. I've been working in the financial system for the past almost 20 years. I'm just realizing that it's been that long. I've been in top banks in Romania, working with wealth management customers, while at the same time I was in an investment firm. And almost 10 years ago, I started my journey in the fintech world in one of the most developed and digitalized countries in the world, Singapore. That's where I learned what fintech is, how to position the business, what consumers want, the shift in consumer behavior and things like that. The business that I actually worked for is now listed as of last summer on the US stock exchange. So it's quite a big business, and 10 years ago it was just a startup like ours. And that's a little bit about me.
Okay, and how about Bankata? How did it come about?
Bankata came about when I moved back to Romania and realized that the financial industry in Romania has evolved a lot in the past 3 years, because that's how long I was there. And it's becoming harder and harder for the consumer to find the right product for their needs. And at the same time, the financial system is becoming more and more complex, and a lot of Romanians are left out of it. And they didn't have a bank account. And if you don't have a bank account, then you don't have access to financial products. And the wealth gap is becoming wider and wider just because of that. So that's how the whole idea of the Bankata business started.
I see. Okay, let's jump straight into the pitch, and then we'll take a Q&A at the end.
I'll share my screen, confirm when and if you can see it. Okay.
We can see it now.
Super. So I would like to provoke all of you to think of the last visit that you had in a branch. Mine wasn't at all nice. And if you are one of the few that actually had a nice experience in a bank branch, then you are one of the lucky ones. And actually, the consumer's behavior didn't just shifted during the pandemics. Even a study from 2014 revealed that 70% of millennials in the US would rather go to the dentist than visit a branch, and that's quite a statement. In 2002, retail banking radar study showed that 45% of Europeans would rather use digital channels instead of going physically into a branch to acquire new financial products. And when we're talking about digital channels, these could be online banking, mobile banking, but even price comparison websites. And the most recent report from CRIF shows that Britain leads the digital finance transformation, and more people would rather go online than visit a branch, and they don't even care if a branch is near them anymore. And that didn't used to be the case back in the day, where you would bank with the bank that was closely to your home or to your office. As I've mentioned before, because of the wealth gap, that's a very frustrating challenge, and people are left outside of the banking system. They don't have accounts, and this wealth gap is actually widening. And the rich are getting richer because they have access to credit, real estate, stock market, while the average Joe has difficulty in understanding the complexity of the product. The financial system is overwhelming. It's time confusing, and it's time consuming, and it's confusing. And just because of that, the trust in the old financial institution is declining. And every time you go and visit a branch, there's an officer that's just going to sell the product that is on his target, and it's not necessarily the best product suited for your needs. And this is where Bankata comes in. We are trying to bring our wealth management approach and everything that we've learned during our wealth management years for everybody. And this is a lot easier because digital access actually offers all of those financial products to everyone from the comfort of their home. We have analyzed and we've investigated a lot of financial products that are available in the market, and because of we're impartial and independent and we're not affiliated with any financial institution, we have the trust of the consumer, and the consumer is more um, inclined into buying a product from us because we say that that's the best product for them instead of getting it into a branch. And fintechs are becoming more and more popular just because of the user experience and because it's a supermarket kind of approach instead of just the products that they have on their shelf. And this is where our app comes in. So we have launched the app in last summer. And if you go right now on the app, you can link all of your bank accounts. We'll create automatically a budget of all of your spending and incomings for the past year and moving forward. And you can see exactly which categories you've spent more, how your spending has shifted from one week to another or from one month to another. You can see exactly how your consumer behavior has changed. And through all of that information, we are able to make a tailor-made product recommendation to our customers, and we can show them exactly what's best suited for their needs. And we do that not just showing them the product, but by analyzing the product, by explaining the product, by offering the consumers a lot more information on what's available out there and how is that better suited for their financial needs. And that's just for now. Moving forward, the app is going to become a lot more consumer focused, and it's going to have a lot more features for the consumers. We are going to add the payments into the app. We're going to add the wallet. We're going to allow the customer to apply end to end to a new financial product without having to go to the bank's website and all things like that. We are doing this through 3 pillars. We're helping the consumer learn and find out more about financial products before, and for the consumer to be actually confident in his decision before he decides to shop and to apply for a new product. And at the same time, we're allowing him to manage their finances through knowledge and through the fact that he's able to see exactly how his spending patterns affect his overall budget. This is a little bit of Bankata in numbers. The Bankata is actually a B2B2C, and The good thing about this is that we have multiple revenue streams. So we've started the business as a price comparison website, and this has actually allowed us to monetize the business from day one. So we've launched with two partners, BCR and BRD, which are one of the biggest banks in Romania. And from day one, when we launched the business, people have started to apply and to get financial products directly from our platform. The total market share that we are looking to acquire is 1.4 billion euros. And this is just the market share. It's 10% of the total market share in CEE in terms of digital wallets. And we are looking to expand to the CEE and Spain and Belgium. And why we've decided on Spain and Belgium is because, for example, in Spain, it's a very open market kind of approach that they have to financial products. You right now, as a Romanian citizen living in Romania and earning your finances in Romania, you can actually apply for a mortgage loan in Spain, and Bankata can help you get a mortgage loan in Spain as long as the property is in Spain and it's not in somewhere else. And that's why we've decided that Spain is one of the markets that's more suited for us to expand to. And Belgium is mostly because of the European Commission, because right now, if you go to our app, you can actually not just link accounts from Romania, you can link accounts from everywhere in Europe, including the UK. So in Belgium, you'd have a lot of people that have accounts with their own bank in their own country, but they also have accounts opened in Belgium. And even though the population of the country is not that big, it's very the product is very well suited for them because we are actually the only platform that allows them to conglomerate accounts from different countries. And that's how they're able to see a budget. If they pay a mortgage, I don't know, back home, or if they send some money to the family back home, that is going to be viewed in their budget in Bankata. In terms of what we're looking to realize to achieve in the next couple of years, so by the end of this year, we're targeting to achieve around 50k euros MRR and to scale to 140 in 2026 and then 450 MRR by the end of 2027. And we are going to realize this through multiple revenue streams. And that's the beauty of being a B2B2C, because we are also going to have revenues coming from our comparison platform, but at the same time, we're also going to have monthly subscription. We are going to offer foreign exchange and money transfers, and that's also going to impact our revenue, and we're going to monetize out of that as well. And soon, probably this summer, we're also going to expand into SMEs. And if you have an SME, you can already link it to our Bankata account. But we're going to launch a single sign-on for the app, so you can have different accounts for your personal money, but also for your SME, but through one single sign-on. Our roadmap, as I've mentioned, involves adding the possibility to manually label transactions, because at this point in time we offer enrichment on your transaction, and this is done automatically. And having the possibility to manual label transaction would mean that if, for example, you go to a pharmacy and you buy beauty products, you can label those as beauty instead of health, for example, even if it's the same pharmacy. And you'd have the possibility to save that manual labeling or just to put it as a one-time thing. We've already started sending user notifications through the app, and that's we have a conversion rate of more than 30% on those notifications, which is very high. But our user base is only around 10k, so it's not that big, and 30% it's probably going to go a little bit lower once the user base goes up. We want to pre-qualify loan customers and have an in-house pre-scoring algorithm. And we're going to link Bankata directly to the bank. And once the user applies through Bankata, he's going to get the loan and he's going to see it in our platform. And that's going to help because as a user, you're not going to have to learn how to use a different online banking, and you would have the possibility to get a better rate, for example, a better product, better financial conditions from a different bank without having to switch your entire infrastructure to a different bank. We're going to add investments and, as I've mentioned, the instant loan approval. Our team is actually a lot larger, not a lot, but a little bit larger. There's 7 of us. 4 of them are listed over here. And both me and Andrei have a track record and experience in retail advisory, portfolio management, and wealth management. Our colleague Mihai, he's the CMO. He's an expert in digital marketing. He's worked for the past 15 years in both local and regional projects involving banks. Our tech advisor is Andrei Blaj, and he is the CEO of Ata Systems and the co-founder of Ata Systems. And we are actually working with Ata Systems in terms of developing and everything that we're doing on our app and on our platform. Aside from this, we have a content strategist, we have content writers, we have business development person, and somebody that manages the database. We are actually the only platform that has updated information on the website on a daily basis. We are actually doing live updates from most of our products, and that's done through scripts and a lot of other. We're looking to raise from 350K to 500K. It's going to be a convertible loan. Most of the funding is going to go to expansion and for us to become a regional player and not just in Romania. And marketing and product development to add all of the features that we've just mentioned. One thing to mention is that we actually have almost 10,000 downloads on the app, and they're not just people from Romania. We've got people from 24 countries across Europe, and we even have people from the US that have downloaded the app and they've linked their accounts from Europe. This is us. If you want to meet us, if you want to schedule a one-to-one, you can just contact us at any time.
Thank you, Diana, for the pitch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Start the Q&A with the following question. How safe is Bankata for users? Do you need any type of regulation?
Yes, you need regulation to be able to conglomerate accounts, and we use a third party that's regulated in 5 or 6 countries across Europe, including Romania. They have a regulation passported. It's the same player that Revolut uses and all of the other fintechs and neobanks in Europe use. So they're very safe in terms of the way they extract account information and the way they send it to us. In order to, so both Google and iOS, they consider finance to be as important as medical information in terms of privacy, GDPR, and things like that. And just to be able to push an app into the App Store and to publish an app into the App Store, you have to go through multiple layers of scrutiny and for them to check the app and to make sure that all the information is secure. And just being on the App Store means that we've already fulfilled all of that information. Secondly, we never share our users' data with anyone else. So everything that we have, it's anonymized. bulk information. And even when we are going to start to provide financial advice, it's still going to be not it's going to be something done digitally, automatically, and we are not going to interfere with that data in any kind of way.
I see. And why would banks give you access to their customers' transactions and accounts?
This is actually they're forced to do that, let's say, because there's a European regulation which is called PSD2. It involves both account conglomeration and payment initiation directive. And basically, all of the banks in Europe, they have to have APIs open for fintechs like us. This regulation was put in place to not just to help fintechs, but to offer a better user experience for the customer and to offer more solutions to the customer for their financial needs.
I see. Let's go deeper into the business model since you're addressing both sides, B2B and B2C. Why should I use Bankata to view my transactions instead of my own bank's online solution?
Because we're the only ones that allow you to view everything from all of your banks. If you bank with more than just one bank, you have to go to each bank and see the budget over there, and then to download it and to put it in an Excel spreadsheet or something like that to see exactly how much you spent on each category. For example, there are 5 million users of Revolut just in Romania. And most of the users of Revolut, they have another bank as well because you have to top up Revolut. They don't have physical branches. You cannot put cash in. You can withdraw cash from, but you cannot cash it in unless you have another bank. So that from the beginning means that you have at least two banks that you work with. And you pay your mortgage through your uh, standard bank that you've been using while you use Revolut for all kind of cards, transactions, and things like that. So we help you create a budget from all of those accounts automatically and put it to one single category of spending.
And what are the biggest challenges right now? What keeps you up at night?
There are a lot of things that keep us up at night. One of the biggest challenges right now is trying to make sure that all the APIs from all the banks work properly, that the platform is able to pull out the data on a real-time base and things like that. Because unfortunately, working with banks, and there is no authority that actually monitors those APIs. So working with banks means that if somebody changes anything in the code and they don't let us know, then we are not going to be able to pull that data for a certain period of time until we realize and we start working on it.
And on the other side, what excites you at this stage of the company?
Everything that we are looking to add on the platform, because having we've the way that we look at Bankata is not just on our own needs, but everything that we see around us. Every time I meet somebody new, I just ask them, how many cards do you use? How many banks do you bank with? And things like that. What's your biggest frustration with your bank? What do you love most with your bank? And being a startup, that allows us to shift the perspective very, very fast and to adapt uh, the um, the development based on our customers' needs. And we see that the challenges that we have right now with our standard banks and what we hear from our consumers are quite the same. So it's very exciting to just keep adding features. I don't know, we're looking, for example, to issue digital cards at the same time, so you can have a wallet within the app, and then you can just for example, if you have three banks, BCR, Revolut, and ING, you can have one single digital card, and you can link it to any of your accounts. And you can start spending, I don't know, today I'm spending from ING, tomorrow I'm spending from something else, and it's just one single digital card.
And could you expand a bit more on the fundraising history of Bankata?
So we launched in 2021. we had Sparking Capital on board with us. They invested 100,000 euros, and another private angel investor invested another 100,000 euros. So that's 200,000 in 2021. And we closed around the last summer of another 186 from private investors.
Mm-hmm. And my last question is, what should people expect? Why should people invest in Bankata right now?
We, as I've already mentioned in the pitch, we are looking to expand, and we want to become the single platform for personal finance in CE to begin with, but the rest of Europe as well. Because right now, as far as I know, and I'm constantly checking this information, there's no platform that actually offers budgeting, payments, the possibility to get new accounts and to apply for new products into one single shop. You have to have multiple platforms, multiple apps, you have to pay your bills, and just being one single platform that everybody will start using, and it's going to be user friendly, and it's going to be simple to use and things like that is just it's I'm not sure how to put it. It's going to open up the market and the way to how you bank all over Europe, not just in Romania.
I see. We have a question from the chat. When do you think you'll become profitable?
To be honest, we're not looking at the moment to become profitable. If we want to, we could, because we're already close to break even. But we want to keep investing in the platform, and we want to keep adding features, and we want to expand to new countries. And the business model as it is, it's not very difficult to become profitable, to be honest. But if you want to expand and if you want to grow the business, then you have to invest a lot in it. So we are looking at a 5 to 10 year vision and plan for a profitable business.
All right. If there are any other questions, you can address them directly to me or on the discussion tab under the Bankata page on SeedBlink. And with that, thanks everyone, and see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.